Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming Dumisani Ndaba to the title of 3 Lessons from July 2016. 3 Lessons from July 2016, Dumisani Ndaba.
Three stories, 1 month, all true. Contest Chair, ladies and gentlemen, today I'll share with you 3 stories of things that happened to me in the month of July 2016, in all their gory details, and what these 3 stories have taught me. The first story I'd like to call by the title, Spray It. So, I came from KZN to Gauteng for a job, and being in Gauteng, I needed a way to get around. A bicycle was the easiest and obvious choice. So I get my bicycle. But knowing that this is the infamous Gauteng, where people want things that they didn't work for that you might own, I thought to myself, I should get a way that I can defend myself from anyone who might want to take my bike. So then I got some pepper spray. So pepper spray is not the be-all and end-all of self-defense, but it is a little bit of a delaying tactic. Got my pepper spray, and, well, I never had a chance to actually use it. But a friend of mine invited me to his wedding in Knysna, and so I thought, Knysna, it's a long drive. If anything were to happen and we were stranded on the side of the road, this pepper spray could come in handy. So then I went to my bike, took the pepper spray out, and well, since I haven't been on my bike in a while, I thought, how do we know if this pepper spray works? And before the person I was with could say anything, I'd squeezed that plunger. And what followed next, it was orange death exploded into the room. And let me tell you something about pepper spray. You want to sneeze, you're choking, you're crying, you're basically a mess. So what did we do? We ran to the window, tried to open the window. Worst mistake. A gust of wind came in and blew the pepper spray right back into our faces. But there's an important lesson in the story. We knew the pepper spray worked. And it got me thinking about other things, like how many of the security measures that you have in your home do you know actually work? When last did you call your tracker to ask where your car is? Or test your alarm system? Or even try and see if some of your passwords can't be hacked? Now, moving on to my next lesson in the month of July. And this one, makes my heart a little sore. It's called, Mayo, you will be missed. So in the medical aid that I'm a part of, they have preventative benefits. Basically what they're saying is, we want you to make sure you take care of your health so that it doesn't become an invoice to us. And as part of these preventative benefits, you get to see some specialists. So I went to a consultation, and according to this lady, I was overweight. But that's okay. There's a level up called obese. So I was still good. But one of her recommendations was that, Musani, you need to cut down on certain things that you eat, such as mayonnaise. Now, here's the thing about things that you know you shouldn't do at all. Whenever you have something that you can't do, that is the only thing that you actually want to do. I mean, I'm a casual mayonnaise eater. I have it on most things. But now that I knew that I could not have it, I wanted to have that mayonnaise on everything. But then, I've been clean for a few weeks, and I'm working on this addiction. But chutney is not that bad, actually. This mayonnaise taught me, this taught me an important thing. Because I looked back and thought, how many of the things that we know we shouldn't do, but really like doing, that we still do? And sometimes it just takes a little bit of self-discipline and for you to consciously make the effort to not do such things. And as much as we can learn good habits, we can pick up good habits, we can unlearn bad habits. So, what's your mayonnaise? And what are you doing about it? The third and final story of July 2016 is something I would call the car you thought you needed. advice to anyone wanting to buy a car in the room today is, 1, go to the bank, ask them what loan you qualify for based on your expenses and your income. Right. Then, look at what car you can afford with that loan, then buy a car half that price. So I learned this the hard way, of course. A friend of mine had inherited some mobile fridges from his dad. And he thought, since we get along as friends, let's try a little business in renting these out in and around Gauteng. So we got into an agreement together. But leading up to that, he had recommended that I get a bakkie as one of the conditions. So I got this bakkie that the bank said, you qualify for. But I knew I couldn't afford. But I thought, okay, this is going to be subsidized by the business. Lo and behold, we had a fallout. Now I'm stuck with this bakkie that I can't afford. And so eventually I had to get rid of it. And here's the catch. The shortfall for that bakkie was 45,000 rand that I had to cough up. And it was a hard lesson to learn. And my advice to other people is, don't buy the car that you think you need that you shouldn't have. Because 45,000 rand is a lot of money. And so I actually even went to Google and I typed, what can you buy with 45,000? Funny enough, a long list of cars came up. So with the shortfall of the car I couldn't afford, I could have actually bought another whole new car, cash. And so, in conclusion, the month of July has taught me some hard lessons, and I'd like to leave you with them. The first is, test your security systems. The second is, don't buy the car that you can't afford. And the third is, you can unlearn your bad habits. But if you know of any mayonnaise support groups, let me know.